What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a little while since we've been here, so I hope you guys are doing well. I am here today because one of you guys suggested that I did an updated, actually I don't even know if it's updated if I've ever done this video, but one of you guys suggested I do a tack room tour, so that's what I'm doing today. And I honestly don't remember if I've ever actually done a tack room tour since we've gotten this tack room finished, in quotes. I say that because I don't know if this thing will ever actually be finished necessarily. It's probably always going to look a little different and I'm going to be adding things in here, but I don't know if I've ever actually taken you guys through it, but I figured we would do that today. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and check out the information down in the description box below. I have all my social medias, my buy me a coffee, and all the good stuff like that down there. I've also been uploading a lot on my other channel, which I've had that channel a long time and I kind of just stopped using it because I didn't need it for anything. But I've started flipping furniture and uploading those videos over there. So check that out if you're interested. But a little backstory on this tack room. When I moved to this property with my boyfriend over a year ago, there was not a single outbuilding on the property. It was literally just our trailer that we live in on this ginormous piece of ground. So we had no garage, we had no sheds, we had absolutely nothing. And that just didn't really fly with me, especially if I was gonna have horses here. I kind of need somewhere to put anything. So my brother, who is a handyman of sorts, carpenter, electrician, plumber, literally the guy can do anything. I was like, hey, you want to build me a shed so that like I have somewhere to put any of my belongings at all. So my brother built a shed. I think it's a 10 by 12. And he built the entire frame and the outside. We were able to side with all recycled tin. Or steel siding, whatever you want to call it. I just call it tin. But we had all of this tin laying around over at my boyfriend's family farm. So I was like, instead of buying it, we may as well just recycle it. And we had just enough to finish it. So I'll show you a picture of the outside just because I have a bunch of crap laying on the outside right now. So I don't really want to show you that. But that's what it looks like. You know, it's just a shed. It's basically just a shed. It's not anchored down. It's just sitting here on the ground. So it's really worked well for what I use it for. And I try to keep it nice in here and not let it get full of, you know, dirt and crap like that. But this is my tack room and it has kind of turned into my furniture flipping work area this summer, which it never was, but I don't have anywhere else to do it. So we have a little bit of a variety of things in here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to take you from that corner all the way around. Okay, so when you walk into the shed, this is what it looks like at this moment. Like I said, it changes quite often, so it probably won't look like this forever. But on the left-hand side here, when you walk in, currently I have this. So this is a dresser that has pretty much just been living in here all summer. That I was gonna flip, but it has no sides on it and it needs a lot of work. So right now it's pretty much just acting as a little storage area, and yeah, I just have random stuff in there. It's actually cleaned off right now because I just cleaned it off before this video, but yeah, like my clients, when I have lessons and stuff like that, they can come in here, sign their form and whatever, and you know, it works for that. Up there I have just a hook with bridles and halters and extra stuff on it. Nothing special. Right up here we do have a little bit of like a little light that doesn't really work. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's a light, and you know, when it worked, it was cool. Here I have just a bridle bag that I have like a bunch of new stuff in. There's a brand new headstall, some halters and stuff in there, and I just keep them in there. It's usually zipped up just to keep them nice and not dirty and gross. And then along this wall, we just have an array of bridles and ropes and halters and stuff hanging up that is extra. So back down here, have some random stuff on the floor, usually shoved under things. This rack is just kind of a random rack. I have like my farrier tools there. That's just a bucket of insulators. I don't know if you guys just heard my rooster. That's a bucket of just post insulators, some fly spray. This was at one time just leather care. It's got some other random stuff in it now, but this is a bucket of horseshoes I got from somebody and another light. And then my helmets for the lesson kids. I have another helmet up there as well, but I have a few laying around just in case, like, I have kids that don't have their own helmet. They can wear one of those. Over here, I have just my little brush caddy thing with all the brushes in it. That makes it really easy for the lesson kids to carry it out there. Random shampoo. This tub is pretty much just a random tub of extra stuff. You can see I have like an extra Latigo strap in there. There's some lead ropes in there, some polos I haven't used, just like extra things in case I need something. I think that is like just a ripped fly mask, but I have seen people use old fly masks like that to like wrap wounds and stuff so that the wounds can still breathe. So I don't know. I just keep a bunch of stuff I don't need. But that, what is in that? Okay, give me a second while I look. Okay, I forgot there for a second, but that is a bunch of more fence insulators and clips and random stuff like that for fencing. And then that tub also just has some random stuff in it. I think like my jugs of fly spray. I can't open it right now. Like jugs of fly spray and, you know, more fly masks and stuff like that that are just being stored in there. This little rack, that is BB's blanket that I bought her last year. I don't really blanket my horses, but she needed one last year because she was shivering a few days that it got nasty cold. So I have that. I don't think there's anything in this drawer right now other than just some hooks. The treats, that I just leave those out for the lesson kids because some of them really like to give the horses a treat afterwards. And then just like some wound dressing, some pens for when they sign their forms, and just like stuff like that. Kind of a catch-all area. Okay, so let's go down here. That is another bucket of fencing insulators. I did this thing where like somebody had a whole bunch of fencing insulators on Facebook Marketplace for super cheap. So I went and picked them up, and they were all wood post insulators. So like I don't really use them much. But that bucket, the bucket says leak on it, so it's just a storage bucket. This drawer set here has my liability forms in it, so you know the people can sign them when they come. That drawer has like stethoscopes and syringes, and like there's some paint and glitter in there for parades. That drawer in there has just a bunch of extra sponges. I've got like a bucket with some garbage, fly masks just hanging up down there. That tub, that's just an extra tub that I had like for supplements for Grace when I had her. And yeah, just some random, I don't know, just an extra one. My saddlebags, that tub right now is just being used for garbage, but it is my water tub that I take camping with me during the summer when we go to our endurance rides. And I just throw all my stuff in there, and when we get to the campsite, it's just a big water tub. Okay, going up, I put in all of these saddle racks when I started moving, you know, my stuff in here, and they have been really awesome. I got a bunch of them at a tack swap for a good deal, and there's a couple different ones. These two on the bottom are different than the rest of them, but they still work really well, and it is super nice having them. So that rack up there is literally just a bunch of extra pads. My surcingle, you know, that little horse right there, that's Emma. I don't know if you guys remember Emma. I had her for a short time a few years ago. And then the rack under that is pretty much the same thing. It just has some pads, my saddlebags, saddle covers, my bareback pad, just some random extra stuff. Over here, this is an extra saddle that I don't currently use on anybody because it doesn't fit anybody right now, but it's, you know, here in case I have a horse that it fits. That saddle right there is my trail saddle. This saddle I use for the kids primarily. It doesn't really fit Sugar that well, but like I use it on her sometimes. It's mainly a kid saddle because it's a 14-inch, so it's pretty small. This is another one of my trail saddles. And then I have another saddle in one of my trailers, but there's my English saddle with my endurance stirrups on it. I'm going to be using that more so next year. I didn't use it a whole lot this year, but that's that. Over here we have this dummy that Hazel's owners gave to me when they gave me Hazel. And then the totes. This one is my camping tote. So pretty much anytime I go horse camping, I just throw that in the truck. It's got just like pillows and dishes and towels and pretty much all the necessities for camping already in it. And then that one down there is another tote of just new stuff. I know there's like some straps, like a extra hay net, brand new stuff that I just haven't used. And it just gets stored in there. Okay, now we move on to the section that is currently just a big mess. And this has turned into the side where I do like my furniture stuff. So this is what you guys were sitting on a little bit ago. That's my tripod at the moment. But yeah, so this is a mirror that goes to a dresser that I'm working on. So it's here. I have a desk that goes with this bookshelf. It's just here until I can get rid of it. But lately I did move my workbench into this corner because I did have room for it. And so I have all my paints and my sandpaper and tools and stuff here at the moment. And yeah, and it works. So over here, this is kind of a catch-all area as well. I just have like my extension cords and just a fly trap, my de-icers, and just like random stuff like from the off season that just kind of gets shoved in this area, which is fine. You know, it's out of the way over here, so. All right, guys, that's pretty much my tack room. It's pretty small, but it works, and you know, I have had good luck with it so far. So yeah, I also have my feed shed, which I'm looking at it right now. It's across the driveway. I can also take you guys through that if that's something you'd be interested in. I can also go through these totes. I probably need to go through these totes sometime and just like go through them and get rid of stuff that I don't need, or just like even remember what's in there, because sometimes I just don't remember what's in there. But that is my tack room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said earlier, thumbs up this video if you liked it. I can also give you a tour of my trailers. So let me know if you guys, you know, want to see that stuff, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.